Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing great. Got a great story out of moneywise.com, and it is a really telling story. Now, it's about institutions owning up most of the rental properties and the real estate in the country already, but I've already been doing stories how they're liquidating it. Yes, they are selling it. On my other channel, The Real Estate Ninja, I just did a video about it. Please go check it out. It's called The Real Estate Ninja is the channel. I do mostly real estate content, some other stuff there, totally different than this channel, but it's talking about the or the nation's largest landlord, the nation's largest institutional holder of residential real estate, and they are liquidating like you wouldn't believe. They are a net seller right now of real estate. Why? Because the market's crashing and they know it. They are the smartest guys on the block. So just in case, if you think real estate's not crashing because, hey, your neighbor just sold his house super fast, but you don't understand why no one else on the street is selling their home, then just look at the big boys. They're liquidating right now. All right, so go check that out. And now, this story is the opposite, but it is still the same. Check this out of moneywise.com. It's titled, Your Tax Dollars Are Helping Wall Street Big Money Institutions they're helping Wall Street. Big money institutions could control a stunning 40% of the US rental homes by 2030, analysts say. Here's why that's a problem. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. Put down in the comment section below why you believe it's a problem. But I also do not believe this is even going to happen. I believe that we are going to have a complete wipeout of the market and that the author of this actually doesn't have a clue. So we're going to go through this. While most of Americans are anxiously waiting or watching the housing market show signs of cooling after be running red hot for years, one group may be cheering for a crash. After the 2008 financial crisis, corporations and institutional investors looked to ramp up their purchases of residential real estate, including single-family rentals. Now analysts worry history may repeat itself. According to a 2022 report from MetLife Investment Management, 4 in 10 single-family rental homes could be owned and controlled by Wall Street within just 7 years. Now, this is an event that I have been talking about for 3 years, and I have a plan to combat that, and that is put knowledge and information into your hands so that you have conviction and you are prepared to buy these homes. I am going to put more of those 80% off links to the real estate crash course down below. So it's $199. You need to understand, I think right now we're at I don't remember, like 25 lessons or something like that. I don't remember. You need to learn the cycles of real estate, where we are right now, and then what you're going to do today to prepare for this crash, because these big hedge funds are preparing to buy your house. This is a big deal. I've talked about the BlackRock real estate downturn fund, $30 billion right now under management. They are preparing and they are waiting for the opportunity to buy up your home. And I don't want that to happen. I want you to own the real estate. The people need to own the rentals, okay? Not the corporations. It is going to cause tragedy, honestly, if corporations rule this much rental real estate. It says now analysts worry about it. This could pose a problem not just for ordinary renters, but also for the rest of the economy. And here's a closer look. After the 2008 financial crisis, home prices have plummeted. While central banks reduced interest rates to support the economy, Wall Street suddenly had access to cheap capital and cheap distressed assets. For much of the past decades, interest rates have been lower than the rental yield on most properties. That meant the corporate landlord business model was lucrative. Companies backed by private equity firms like Blackstone and Putnam Partners purchased hundreds of thousands of homes. Institutional players like Tricon Residential, Progress Residential, American Homes for Rent, and Invitation Homes. And that story that I'm going to put that down below, that's about Invitation Homes liquidating right now, have extensive portfolios of rental homes across the country, currently owning some 700,000 SFRs, or 5% of the market's inventory, according to a MetLife report. Given the recent surge in inflation and the Federal Reserve's raising of interest rates in response, many ordinary homeowners could be forced to sell as these financial pressures seem likely to persist. MetLife believes institutions will step in to buy many of the newly available homes, along with others that will be constructed in the coming years, giving the Wall Street-backed investment firms control of 7.6 million SFRs, which stand for single-family residences, which equates to 40% of the market by 2030. Researchers from the University of California, Berkeley dug into public financial reports from institutional landlords and found reason to believe that ordinary Americans are bearing the brunt of the ongoing Wall Street takeover of residential housing. Institutional landlords, according to the 2022 study, enjoyed a period of easy profits after the 2008 financial crisis because many of the single family homes they bought were cheap and foreclosed. Now that pool has dried up, but the pressure to deliver returns has not. So corporate landlords have pushed rents higher, adding ancillary fees that increase the burden on tenants and even appealed property tax assessments to reduce their costs at the expenses of the surrounding communities. The researchers recommended the government get involved to prevent corporate landlords from consolidating too much market power. And that is what I've been warning so many times. They recommended better transparency about homes that are owned by corporate entities. It's so true. Better protections and for tenants and strict limits on the number of homes institutions can buy within a market. Look, I believe that you are going to see an event, a triggering event, where we are so close to the tipping point where all of these large institutions put just a block of homes on the market at the same time. They have the power to do this. And I'm going to go into this a little bit more in another video, but I'm going to put a link to the video below in the comment section for my other channel. Not only because it's a backup channel, I do all new content over there, primarily real estate, but every once in a while I throw economics in there too, to prove where we are in the real estate crash. I'll also put the 80% off link below, but it's very important that people understand this. And if you can go over there and hit the subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. But I believe that there is a triggering event coming, that they are going to literally put a certain amount of homes, even if they, now think about this, if they controlled so much and 5 companies got together and said, look, we own a very serious portion of the economy, of the rental market, the housing market. What if we took just a certain percentage of our portfolio and we listed them for sale, thus exploding the amount of homes available for sale on the market, and we just list them for right above what we originally paid for them because we have a good amount of margin in them. So we won't lose money. What that will do is it will cause a shockwave with a bunch of owners that were thinking about selling, and now they're scared crapless because a ton of homes just hit the market at the same time at much lower prices. That would cause a selling shockwave around our country, and I believe that that is coming. It is going to be easy to see and report on, quite frankly. I will bring you that information, but I think it's more important that you get the information on how to prepare for this crash. So 80% off links, they're $199, and I can guarantee you this, you will save so much more and make so much more than the cost of that class after you get that information inside of you and you start to work with conviction and prepare so that you're not scared and you're excited about this crash. All right, guys, that being said, the Economic Ninja is out.